All right.
What does this remind me of? The music reminds me of a movie.
Is there a
Maybe
Plants
a little
vs.
bit of-
Zombies movie coming out?
No. A little bit of Brotherhood of the Wolf. Something more specific and more recent. I'll have to think on that.
Well, let's not hang around the title screen too long. Let's just
How
jump
dare
right
you
into
look
it.
at the beautiful art? I'm loving this. I could just sit here and look at this picture all day. I know you can't, though. You've got jobs that you need to not be working
Let's be
at.
Rachel Dancliffe.
Of course. Oh, I can't do any special characters?
You can't do a space?
Wait, can I do... Whoops! Oh my goodness. So I can't do... Oh.
just fill out as much of Rachel Dancliffe as you can.
R. Dancliffe.
Okay, there we go.
I want it to be Radial Ian Dancliffe for our one and only son, Ian.
Ian the Brutal Moose.
My favorite person. Okay, so...
We'll just start adventure.
I can make my own zombie? Is that something outside of the game?
It is.
Oh, bummer. Okay, so what keys am I going to need before I start here?
The tutorial will teach you everything you need to know.
I didn't realize there is a tutorial.
This is Plants vs. Zombies by special requests. And also because I've played this game before, back before it was like...
And also because when I found out that What is happening?
You're not playing yet.
When I found out that Octageddon was by the same developer, I said we should totally do Plants vs. Zombies. So the fact that we got a request was validation for me. Here's your certificate of validation. Alright. Okay. Do I place him to fire?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll notice that there are different squares you can place him on.
I have to place him on the grass.
Don't put him up too far forward.
I'll start there. Wait, do I mow the lawn?
Only if the zombies get too close.
Oh my gosh.
Then the mower will just...
I have to do chores. What is this? Stardew Valley, my favorite game. Do I do anything other than, like, what is happening?
This is just teaching you the basics.
So I can't do anything currently? Alright. Am I gonna use anything other than the mouse?
I don't think so.
Okay. I may put them...
Put the keyboard up.
Keyboard, my keyboard.
I'll go ahead and...
Yeah, it
and
doesn't
set
look
it
like I'm gonna need it. So
gently at the side.
that makes it a little bit more comf for me. Super comf.
So yeah, your goal is to collect sun.
So this is another one of those wonderful games that just lulls you into a false sense of security.
Before...
Oh, it's so easy. All I do is click and place them, except you know there's going to be a wave and they're going to take out these little guys and then you're going to die immediately. This is a wonderful little piano ditty.
Bloom and Doom
Did you play
Seed
that,
Company.
Babe? You're so good at piano.
I would if
Next
I had
Lev?
a piano.
I don't do anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Just...
Now, is this me starting the game now? Or is this still a tutorial? Okay, well, that's not fair.
Don't put the sunflowers up forward. Put those in the back.
Okay.
Sunflowers will give you money.
Where's the bottom? Is it the bottom of the screen, or is it... So it's just whatever...
You'll get two
so
more
probably...
rows. So what you have to do at the beginning of each map is get sunflowers to charge you up, and then you start spending those on your actual fighters, like the peashooters. So you've got 3 of them. Just a pretty good place to start. And now you can start...
it's like it's an aquarium.
Exactly.
Oh, it's so hard already.
Except
I'm not very fast.
So, like, you can get a pea shooter, so you can put one... Put them a little... I'm just gonna let you... You'll figure it out.
And I really do learn best by failing spectacularly.
I'm just gonna...
Do I do anything?
Well, you collect the sun, and then you... Well, and you need to defeat that zombie.
How?
So, by building a pea shooter on that
okay.
row. Oh, and now he's gonna eat the pea shooter because he didn't put him far back enough.
That's fine, because I just need to learn.
I'm just,
There's nothing I can do except just lose. That's how we...
Well...
I mean, I can't...
You could start buying not sunflowers.
Oh, well, that... You did not explain that to me, so I'm just gonna put these wherever. They're just gonna get eaten. That's fine.
I'm gonna lose my mind watching you play
you have
this.
to just let me fail.
I will let you lose.
There's nothing else that can be done. You just have to let me...
Perhaps,
You just have to let me do the thing. I'll put one here.
You're gonna love this game once you get the hang of it.
Do I collect the heads, or are they nothing?
They're nothing.
Another one here. Alright. He's saying, friend?
Brains?
I'll put another one there, and I'll keep these here. It's a little easier.
Now, when the huge wave approaches, like in Octageddon, it's the last wave, or one of the intermediary end
this
waves.
is a good balancing of deciding whether or not you want more guns or you want to make money faster in order to buy more guns.
Exactly.
So, I'll just put that there, I guess. I don't really know what else to do. So, this is very tic-tac-toe-esque, which that's a dumb game. How... do I want to just fill every square then with pea shooters? Because clearly they're gonna get eaten. You always foam square. Oh, this piano ditty is incredible. It sounds like, it reminds me of maybe like, The Nanny.
Oh, that's true.
Not the theme song or anything, but...
But yeah, the general...
It's a very 90s...
attitude.
When did this game come out, actually?
2008, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So...
Interesting.
So,
Alright,
yeah.
so... I guess I'll just... whatever.
Yeah.
There's really no...
You made it through the level, so no harm done.
Slowly figuring it out. It makes sense.
I'll just watch.
Off.
By the end of this episode, I'm going to be yelling at you about everything you're doing
I'm sure
wrong.
you will be, but there's nothing I can do. Friend. Actually, what is he saying? Anything?
They say things like "I'm coming." They say brains.
I bet
They different gonna get you stuff. So since you've got a zombie that's approaching on that one, it makes sense to prioritize getting a pea shooter and putting it like next to your sunflowers so that you have time to. And then it's like, then the problem's solved. And
So this is fun, and it really is just a balancing game of whether or not you want to sacrifice the more expensive pea shooters or just make money faster.
well,
And I'm actually gonna go ahead and just commit. Whatever.
if you,
Because he's
I
gonna.
mean,
Oh, I managed to succeed there.
well, you've got
So how
plenty
many
of time.
hits does it take?
It takes like 10.
Alright, so that's good to know.
Like,
This guy here.
and you've already got the beginning down. Are you gonna buy sunflowers right away, or are you gonna buy
I'm thinking
pea
I'm
shooter?
gonna just, for now, since there aren't a ton,
those cone enemies?
I'm thinking I should probably save up for one of these guys, right? So I can just blow them all up for the final wave, because I'm early on
True.
still.
Those are like automatically activated. As soon as you set them down, they'll blow up.
So...
And then that little one that's coming at you has armor on his head, so he's a bit tougher to beat.
Alright, I should have put him back farther. That's okay. I'll get there. I'm gonna hold on to that, though, because if I lose one of these, whatever.
Well, yeah,
This is a
having
real
it
fun
saved
game.
up is a good
So,
idea.
is the strategy then to buy a bunch of stuff at once? To just hold off and let them walk toward me? Because if it takes about 10 hits, then there's only so much I can do.
Well, like right now, you are definitely gonna lose that pea shooter and that
This
whole
one,
line.
yeah.
Yes. So you could use a cherry bomb now. Put a cherry bomb on that spot, and then there you go.
Okay.
But against those little cone guys, a single pea shooter is not enough to deal with them, even all the way across.
I like the
map.
balance of these games because basically no matter what your preferred playing version is, method is, it's balanced well enough that it's meant to give you a chance to win and not just die immediately.
Yeah, I mean, those cone guys are stressing me out.
That's fair. Not much I can do though. I mean, because I gotta figure out my own strategy, and
you do have a lot of extra sun.
So I should
and
get
there's
more
nothing
pea shooters
there's
then?
there's like nothing specific that you're really
Does it make... The thing is, though, I'm just going to put this here. Because if it takes 10 hits, then what difference is... Why would I want to put anything here?
Exactly. Or why would you want to put a pea shooter that's just going to get eaten and not do damage?
So I just want to get... Just let them... Oh, he's carrying the banner.
You have a bunch of cash that you can just, like...
Should I wait until they're farther in?
Actually, you could just use cherry bomb. Beat them all now. Put it right in the center, yeah.
Oh, no! I should have done it later, or farther back. That's okay.
This game has so many mechanics, and the thing I want to avoid with this game is the trying to give you all of those. Oh, I love.
I think he's my favorite. His face is really cute. Blocks off zomblers to protect your other plants. All right.
But I'm gonna try to avoid
Doom and Gloom Seed Company.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Try to avoid what? Sorry.
I'm gonna avoid throwing all of this information at once.
No, because ultimately I have to be the one to figure out what I'm supposed to do. So I'm just, whatever. I'll keep making the same mistakes until I figure out what works best. And I do like you explaining a little better, though, like how this stuff works. I'm not great at that. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Gotta have my early currency before there's a...
One thing I will say...
So I can... Does he stay permanently?
He gets eaten over time. I would say...
So I should hold on to him.
Yeah, exactly. And you... Okay. I didn't even complete my thought before you figured it out. No, it's fine. You did exactly what I was going to recommend, which is wait until a zombie shows up, buy sunflowers, and then once a zombie shows up, get that pea shooter. Okay. And then just... This
is pretty fun.
It'll get super crazy.
I'm not sure I want an entire playthrough of this, just because this is pretty... I mean, admittedly, it's slow just because it's at the beginning, but...
we could see how you're feeling.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with... should I... When I have the money, or if I get the money, should I buy this guy or the bomb? Should I go ahead and plant him? I'm too late now.
Yeah, give yourself
should I buy
more
him?
room.
Okay. Oh, I survived.
To give yourself some more room to put like
a
couple rows of pea shooters, sunflowers. Yeah, buy some more.
All right, I need more money.
And then buy yourself, just buy some pea shooters to deal with those zombies, because you've got a couple rows now that don't quite have the coverage.
We'll get this real quick. So that's interesting. You can't buy them. You have to recharge. I shouldn't have bothered. I should have just put this little guy down, probably.
Oh no, that's
well, because he's cheaper, and then he would just block this one, right? So it'd be cheaper to buy him first, block him, because I could have bought stuff for these other rows.
That is true.
Should I put more here? Should I just add another?
Yeah,
I'm gonna actually.
You're doing pretty good on, like, I don't think you'll need more sunflowers at this point.
Okay.
Like,
I will keep my peripheral anyway on these guys in case I need one of these cherry bombs. So the cherry bombs, how quickly do they activate? Do I have time to put it into a square where a zombie is currently?
The moment you place it in the square, it will swell up and explode. So you can't place it in advance. You should put another pea shooter on that. Those
on this row?
Yeah, that cone guy. And there's gonna be a guy.
I could use this guy, or I could buy a cheapo little blocker.
You could actually. I mean.
Well, okay. Alright, we're doing okay. This guy's definitely going to take this guy out, though, so maybe I'll use... Is there...
Do what you were talking about. Put a walnut up, and then you can
When do I need to place him? Right now? Or...
Right now, right up front. And then you can
he's cheaper than using the bombs or losing a thing.
He is.
Okay, so he just gives me a couple seconds, right, to...
He gives you, a decent amount of time, actually.
So that's not too bad.
So you can do, like, some pea shooters and some...
Alright, so that works pretty good.
And he will be, eat over time, so you'll have to eventually...
Oh, I didn't realize... I was expecting him to only be able to last for, like, one thing. I didn't realize he'd be there for a while. That's pretty cool.
They're pretty strong.
I like the recharge thing. I think it's frustrating, of course, but I think that's a really good way to...
You should just start peppering everywhere with, like, these guys? Pea shooters and walnuts. You've got so much money that you're not spending.
Should I put them up front or close?
Close.
Oh no, I'm losing...
Like, you have so much, you could just constantly be putting down, just putting down pea shooters. Like, and then you can watch, like, how quickly you'll start to beat everything. Like, you've got 750, You are way more patient than I am when it comes to spending money, son, as it were.
Alright, so any preference? Just wherever, I guess? I'll put one there. I think I've got at least 2 in each. Oh, except this one. I've got my walnut. But
Just like, I guess, don't be too worried about saving it to make the best decision in the moment.
I'm not necessarily trying to do that. Does the sun carry over to the next round?
No.
Okay. So that's nice to know. Should I bomb him?
You could. It's like the end of the level. Oh.
Don't need it. Oh, a shovel! Is that what I use to whack them?
Oh, I wish. Where you have to whack them while your plants are hitting
just
stuff.
The end of the... Dig up a plant and make room for another... Oh, okay, so you can swap them out. I see.
And now you get to play this hilarious bowling game.
This sounds like me when I'm angry. Alright. So I'm just swapping them out?
You're just clear them. That's just what it's telling you to do.
Oh, you have to grab it every time. That's kind of annoying, but it makes sense. This is so silly.
So what you're gonna do now is grab the walnuts as they show up on the
Do I
conveyor
use
belt.
it with...
No, just throw them, put it on the row at the back, and roll it at the enemies.
Alright. So start with him. Start with the guy with the helmet, usually, I assume.
And yeah, this is what you're doing against the zombies now.
This is fun. I actually almost wish that this was the only game. I find this way more fun.
How dare you?
How dare I?
Oh, and you can get little...
How dare you?
You can get chains that hit multiple of them at once. Oh, and then that one will blow up.
So you should have waited.
It's okay.
Alright. I guess I also don't need to start all the way back, right? Like,
you have to do it behind the line.
But I don't need the momentum from the very back line, correct?
That's right.
Alright. I guess for the bigger lines it might... Whoops, I meant to do that one up. If you've got multiple of them, it makes sense to start further back, but...
I love the elevator music.
Yep.
And to be fair, like, the mini-games are my favorite part of this too, and you unlock all the mini-games over time.
So if he breaches my line, do I lose?
No, you can still hit them, because you've got those lawnmowers too. So the goal is...
What do lawnmowers do?
Well, those are the things that will charge through and kill all the zombies that are in your...
Does that deactivate an entire lane then?
It does, but you can only do it one time. And then if they get past it again, they'll eat your brains.
Okay. So I definitely want to use, like, I guess I'll just use it. Don't have a choice.
Well, and you can kind of...
I should have used it on those top guys, but that's okay. I'm hesitating too much.
If you're trying to get
happened? Does it roll into another lane?
Yeah, it...
Oh!
I
didn't know that.
So if you're trying to... If you're trying to get combos that are reliable, do it at the top or bottom, because it always rolls in another direction.
Oh, I see.
So if you do it at the top, then it will always roll down, and... Oh, nice. And if you do it at the bottom, then it will always roll up.
Too much.
Oh, yeah.
This is fun. I actually do really wish that this was the game. Like, this is way more fun than the normal... I'm sure it'll get more exciting, of course, as I go along, but... Oh, it's like a Diglett.
It is.
Or a Steven. Explodes on contact, but takes time to arm itself with potato mine.
To translate that, Anne just said what was on the screen.
I said, how dare thee? Alright, I guess I just put these on.
Yeah.
Put them on thing, put them on thing.
I don't know what you just said.
I said put them on the thing, put them on the thing. How dare you?
So... thing that you can do for this, instead of putting a pea shooter down right away, you can put one of those potato mines.
He's pointing in the general direction of where I just placed it, so I'll listen to him.
So that potato mine takes a little while to activate. It has to grow.
Buy a couple of these and get more money real quick?
Keep buying those sunflowers, yeah.
Okay.
But that way, you don't have to spend all that money on a pea shooter. You save it by getting that guy, and then you get to gather up, and you can buy pea shooters on like that top row.
Oh, it's the peggle sound.
So you can buy a pea shooter for that top row.
Okay.
And then maybe the next one, instead of getting a pea shooter, you just buy another potato mine. So you can keep
Alright.
saving up and.
Alrighty.
And-
I have to say, so we've talked a little bit about the creator George Fan. Who did Peggle and what?
That was just PopCap.
So was this released through PopCap Games then? Because it's the same exact sound
Get a
effects.
spud.
This guy?
Yeah.
For
And put him
where,
far
here?
back.
Here.
What did you say?
Was this released through PopCap Games? Because they're using
Yes,
the
it
same
was.
sound effect. Okay.
George Fan, you should buy.
So we need to look
some pea shooters and now you've got a ton of money, so you can just start indiscriminately putting down like a couple pea shooters in each row and a walnut. Put the walnuts in
sorry.
front. That's okay. Lessons learned. And put another pea shooter down for those. You're being very methodical about your placement, but for those cone guys, you're pretty much always going to need to have a second
So
one.
I should put him down real quick?
It's
Too late now.
too late. But like that one right there, he's got the cone on his head.
So what? Potato shooter or potato mine or
Put
what?
a pea shooter on the row with him,
Okay.
and then you can fix that up after that zombie gets.
I want some of this. I want some more money. Give me
This
more money.
in general,
And then
your
the lawnmower
your
will
goal
take him
is going to
out,
be
correct?
yeah.
But I've only got the one.
And now if they get past
So
that row
should I
again,
do
it's bad.
One of these guys die. Oh, you should have
That's
told me.
okay. Well, you put up walnut now. There you go.
All right.
So you should start putting pea shooters. Try to get a couple pea shooters in every row. You've got a ton of money, and
I'm getting that money.
you could actually put it down a cherry bomb to deal with that guy. Maybe put
This
it.
guy?
No, that
This
one.
guy?
Put it like right in the middle there.
Oh,
I
okay.
just pointed in a weird way.
That's okay.
So that guy's gonna get past.
That's okay.
But again,
I did the same
just-
mistake. That's okay.
don't save your money immediately.
Well,
put
I'm
another
not
pea
even
shooter
paying
down.
attention to the money at all.
Like you can buy a pea shooter.
Here?
Well, that guy's just gonna get through there.
Yeah, so I may as well just put it there, though.
So just start putting pea shooters all over. Give yourself some walnuts in front of your couple pea shooters each.
Like,
Or
just
they can be
wherever.
farther forward, farther back. The
Oh.
important thing is just that you have a bunch of pea shooters on every row.
I love the lawnmower. Oh no! Oh no!
So like you pretty much don't need any more.
So just put pea shooters up
Yeah.
wherever.
Like now you have a ton of money and you've got so much money you're practically not even able to spend it fast enough. So make sure you've got a couple pea shooters on every row, and then see what else you want to add. You can start adding walnuts all over. You can add. You can slowly build up your defenses. And
So the objective then, walnuts on the far right then,
walnuts.
because it slows them down.
Yeah, walnuts
Okay.
further to the right, but not so
noted.
far right that they just start eating them
Oh,
right away.
What did I just do?
Because you want
Alright,
them
got it.
to.
Oh.
It's starting to get kind of insane aquarium, huh?
Well, and that's the thing, is that I think it's just that being overwhelmed with choice, I suppose. But that's okay. That's
like-
the whole point, is that you just gotta figure out what you're doing. I shouldn't have done that. I should have put another, like, a thinger.
Oh no, that was a good choice.
Ooh, that looks like a Pokemon.
Yeah, a little bit. It looks like a bell sprout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A little bit. It looks exactly like a Bellsprout. What are you
It's
talking
not a bell sprout. It's a snow
Pea
pea.
shooter.
Well, I say now is as good a time as ever to,
Take a small break,
and then we'll come right back with more.
Thanks for watching.
And we'll see if Anne finally dies.
Thanks a lot, babe. Thanks for watching. All right.
I was. Oh, it's still recording. It's still recording.